Hello everyone, Namaskara, and welcome to Velo Coffee's Harate. In each episode of Harate, we try to explore, learn, and understand the known and unknown facets of an everyday hero. An everyday hero who is around us, who inspires us, with whom we are emotionally connected. And this has been Harate. There will be some gossip too. And who do we have today? Our guest spends summer vacations teaching kids how to swim. Is a motivational speaker, a triathlete, and of course, an inspirational endurance cyclist. Hey Raj,
Hi Sai.
how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. So Raj, I don't know where to start from, honestly. So there are so many aspects to your personality and your life so far. So why do you? I heard somewhere that you teach kids during summer vacation swimming.
Not actually. I started as a teacher.
Uh-huh.
I the last summer, the last to last summer, that's 2 years back. I was searching a swimming pool in Electron City Phase 2 area. I found one club there, and I met a owner and inquired, "Can I come here and practice daily?" And during that, he took my introduction and he come to know that I've already done with my Ironman, couple of swimming events and
Okay.
all. He was interested there, and he quietly asked me that why can't you join here as a swimming coach? I have a lot of kids coming over here for the summer vacations for the camp. We are looking at the teacher
Mhm.
or a trainer who can train them daily for
Mhm.
1 to 2 hours.
Mm.
So I accepted gracefully that
Yeah.
opportunity, and I he agreed that you can teach daily 1 hour to these kids weekly 2 3 days on even Saturday and Sunday. You can use the club uh, the all the facilities
All the
like swimming
facilities will be,
pool,
yeah.
gym, the restaurants, even they had a skating, football,
Yeah.
and even a badminton court kind
Okay.
of thing. You
Okay.
can use them freely so that in return you can teach to our kids. That's how I started teaching to the kids
Yeah.
the
That's
2 years
fantastic.
back.
Yeah.
Now the last year around 150 kids I have taught
Oh.
within a span of 2 months, like 10 day
Yeah.
one batch is like that. We
Okay.
daily 2 hours. In one
Okay.
batch, I had up to 20 to 25 students. They used to come morning 6 to 7 and 7 to 8. This all used to happen just before returning to my office. I used to be in office by 9:30. So I used to usually start at 6, complete at 8. Again, from 8, I used to come home. Within 30 minutes, I used to get ready
Mhm.
and I have to be
Okay.
in office by
Okay.
9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my routine in the summer.
Routine. No.
And now,
Okay.
this year also,
Uh-huh.
in the next week onwards, this
So you're
process is
starting.
going to start
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
This is going to be a third year. Yeah, I can say.
So you mentioned triathlete.
Yeah.
I mean triathlon. So I have a little bit of information that you have done. You have been a half marathon,
Yeah.
half Ironman triathlete, right? If I,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
memory serves me right. So how did that happen? I mean, did you plan for it? Did you train for it?
No, no. To be frank, I was not trained for it, but
Mhm.
I wanted to do it always.
Mhm.
I was not good at swimming that time because I learned swimming in the village, like small wells, lake, or
Yeah.
rivers. I used to swim daily because I come from
Yeah.
farming family background. We used to have a well in the
Uh-huh.
farm. There I used to do a swimming every day morning. Usually because when you stay in a joint family, what happens? Uh, the crowd will be more,
Yes. Yes.
and we will have only one or two bathrooms. And to get your turn, you have to wait for it.
Yeah.
Instead
Exactly.
of that, usually it is the tendency going all the male to the well and taking bath,
Yeah.
coming home.
Yeah.
That is how I learned
Learn
swimming
swimming.
actually.
So natural way you
Yeah,
learn.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Pretty natural way.
And
Yeah.
then whenever in the summer vacations
Mm.
in school, college days, whenever we had a free time,
Uh-huh.
it is a very common thing in villages, I can say.
Yeah.
In the afternoons,
Hmm.
we used to go for swimming in the well, rivers, and all. Because where I come,
Hmm.
the Krishna River
Okay.
originates, uh, especially in the Belgaum region.
So, just a small digression. Where are you from actually?
I am from Athini, the
Okay.
place. It
Uh-huh.
comes under Belgaum district.
Okay. Okay.
From Athini, my native is around 20 kilometer again further to the Maharashtra border.
Okay.
It is the last village, I
Between
can say.
Karnataka and
Yeah.
Maharashtra.
My neighbors are all Maharashtrians.
Oh,
I
yeah.
am the last Karnataka, I can say that.
Okay. Yeah. So that's where the inspiration for the
Yeah, swimming part.
yeah.
And I did this the triathlon that is 17.3, 70.3.
70.3. Yeah.
Yeah, it happened in Goa
Yeah.
in 2008, 19 it is actually.
Okay.
It was just after our PVP. I went to 2019 in PVP.
Ah. Yeah.
We returned back. I was in Pune and I was looking some kind of a event, but no, I did not found any cycling events nearby.
Uh-huh.
And this was the first time that triathlon event was going to happen in our India. That is the international event. If you want to go outside India, you have to spend a lot of money and all. So I just thought, why can't I join this? Because my the good cycling friends like Swami, Prasad, Santosh, and so Raghunandan all were registered for this, and we were in a group, WhatsApp group connected through cycling community. So they did ask me, are you interested in joining me and all. So I took 2 days time and said yes. But before that, I never into a cycling or sorry. Before that, I was not never into a running. That was very new thing for me. I used to walk or kind of thing, but I never into a running a half marathon and all. But there was 2 3 months time before the event, so I started little jogging, the running 5 10 kilometers, and just before the event, I was able to clock just 20 kilometers one time only, just before this event. And only couple of time I did a open water swimming like 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers in the lake. That is what my preparation. Cycling part, I was already good into that. I was never bothered about cycling, but only on 3 4 weekends I did some couple of runnings and swimming.
Yeah.
With that confidence, I went to Goa. But after going there, I understood that the swimming is going to happen in the sea. And that was very new thing to me. And there were a lot of the waves. I was really scared of it.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
how to avoid
These things.
waves and all. And many people were talking about there will be a lot of jellyfish and all. They will stick to your body, the head and all. How to avoid those things, and the whole night just before the event, I couldn't sleep at all.
I understand.
Yeah. Because the previous day when I went, when I seen the scene there at the venue, the way swimming was going to happen, I really scared about. Means why should I come here paying after so much money and all? This is not going to happen from me because that was the first time experience going to happen in the sea. So overnight I was not able to sleep, but I somehow Raghunandan was my roommate, Swami and all. That said that take it easy, it will happen. Don't worry and all. Yeah. That's how you do it. Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, imagine imagine a that the next day it happened, the event started, and I was able to complete that 1.9 kilometers swimming in somewhere around 45 minutes. That's pretty good, right? Yeah. With my limited knowledge, I will say. By any standard. The cutoff time was, I think, 70 minutes, but I was able to complete at 45 or 47 minutes. I think the natural swimming that you have learned perhaps might have aided you, right? Yeah. And somewhere around 3 hours, 10 minutes I took for 90 kilometer cycling. Later, I got buffer time of 4.5 hours to complete run. What I did is just 2 kilometer swim. Sorry, 2 kilometer jog. Little walk, then jog. You had time. That is how I completed my running part. And overall, I completed the whole Ironman event in 7 hours and 10 minutes. Supposed to complete in 8 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, it was good timing for the first timer, I can say. It was a really good experience. Now I'm looking forward to the full Ironman where you need to do 4 kilometers of swimming,
Swimming, yeah.
180 kilometers of cycling,
Cycling and
then
full
followed by
marathon.
full marathon of 42 kilometers.
So when are you
Yeah.
planning for that? Any
Yeah,
idea? Maybe a couple of years?
yeah, from last 2 3 years I'm planning, but somehow it's not happening. But it is there in my mind. Maybe next one or maybe within next 1 year, hopefully it will happen.
So now coming to the point where you mentioned, as you were talking about your triathlon experience, preparation experience, about cycling, where
Yeah.
you were confident. I mean, I have, of course, many people like me had not had the fortune to ride with you because you are too fast. But at the beginning of our starting, I think we used to get to see you.
Yeah, yeah.
How did that cycling journey start? When did it start? What was the inspiration for you to start cycling?
In school, college days, I was not into cycling and all. But my the home was almost 3 kilometers away from my school where it was. I studied in a government rural school, and that was 3 kilometers. And daily I used to
Cycle.
come by cycle.
Cycle.
Initially, I was not having cycle, but my friends had. What I used to do is I used to ride and I used to carry them. My friend as William ride. That is how
Okay. Yeah.
couple of days I used to get cycle, and that is how it was there in my school college days. But uh, after my graduation engineering, I completed in Dharwad, and when I come to Bangalore for my masters, during those days I used to stay in Baswangudi,
Okay.
but my college was in Malleshwaram.
Okay. Okay.
I used to commute through bus, the public transport, but I felt it is very inconvenient because buses used to be crowded
Yeah. Yeah.
and all. And I was bit overweighted and during those days, I wanted to means explore something new along with my studies and all. And
That's when you
yeah,
started.
yeah, that is how I. And in one fine day, what happened? One of my college senior, uh, he was graduated and he was able to live, but he had some the sports equipment like gym equipment, cycle, the running equipment, and he was looking to sell them or give away to someone. And he asked me, "Are you interested taking in any of these equipments?" And I told him, "I'm not a gym person, and I can take your bicycle. I can pay for you. I don't have money right now, but I will pay you later." That was simple. The gearless, uh, the fixed
Single
gear
dance.
cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I took it. I started commuting daily
To college.
from Malleshwaram to Baswangudi.
Uh,
And that is how I got it.
got into cycling.
Yeah, and I started liking it because I used to get tired daily. This almost 30 kilometers, one way 15, and again coming back 15. It is total 30 kilometers cycling with backpack, bag, laptops, and I used to get tired. I used to have a very nice food, and I used to get very good sleep.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
somehow I started liking it
Yeah.
because earlier before getting into this cycling kind of thing, and I used to find very difficult to get the sleep at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the evening. But when I started cycling, yeah,
So I see, I think the interesting point you made about liking it, right?
yes,
You
sir.
liking some. So the little that I know you, but I follow you on Insta and Facebook. So your posts about cycling always reflect that love for the sport rather than trying to show some numbers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You do a lot of these rides. Recently, I came across, I think you went to some off-roading place, I think, which
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you were going through some village agricultural fields and all that.
yeah, yes. That is, I usually like riding in nature. I am not an indoor person. I don't like to train in the indoors and that's not wrong.
Yeah.
But somehow I don't like being inside the four walls. I like being with the nature, with the natural thing, lakes, forest, the hills, and riding into these kind of nature. Yeah. And my couple of colleagues, they were beginners. They wanted to go somewhere. I just took them to the nearest, the Jenny Lake, and
Okay,
that is
very
where
good.
we did some kind of off-roading.
So
inside the
when
farm.
did this? I mean, you have done multiple SRs. I don't need to count that. So we'll not because SR is not a big deal for you. So when did this long distance riding brevets start?
Yeah, yeah. When I was student, it was just going back to college and coming to home.
Yes.
This was the routine.
Yes.
And weekends, I started coming to this Lal Bagh, and this is where I used to see some cyclists. In 2011 and 12, this Go Green, the team
Cycling.
was very active those days.
Yes, okay.
Weekends, we used to ride some places, find some restaurant to have breakfast, meet, greet everyone, and going back. That was our initial days.
Okay.
And later, that is where I met a lot of cycling friends.
Okay. Okay.
And they used to conduct every weekend, every either Saturday or Sunday, 1 week rides, like just going to Nandi Hills or Kanakpur side or inside the city. And I started exploring with them. That is where it is motivated me. And later, I started exploring, like going to Kanakpur, Mysore, the nearest the cities on cycle on my own with the self support. I somehow I started liking it. Means I get to meet a lot of people, listen to their stories, and yeah, that's how it started.
Yeah.
And during holidays and weekends, I started going to the multi-days rides, like going to Mysore, staying over there overnight, coming back in the next days, or this Tamil Nadu side, the yeah, Organical, going coming back, or Yelagiri, and these kind of
This kind of
going,
places nearby.
staying overnight.
The
days.
200,
Yeah,
300s in the
200, 300s I started doing on my own ways. And during this beginning of this at 2012, 13 in our IIST, I was a project student there, and there was a group of cyclists very active. You might have heard about IISA randomers.
Yeah,
They were the one who started all the breves in Bangalore. And
that's what I heard.
that is where I come across this breves and all. I heard that there will be long distance riding like 200, 300, 400, 600, even 1000 plus. You have to ride in a specific time and they will give some rules and there would be some cutoff points and all. Already I was doing this kind of long rides, but not following a separate a certain system. Somehow I liked it, and I come across, I become the member of the IS random school, and we started into 200, 300 and all. Later, Bangalore randomers, sorry, this Bangalore Breweries, one more thing come into picture.
Okay.
Because IIC people, the seniors who used to manage that group, they left out.
Yeah.
I should some Chidu, Para, some more people were senior people who started Bangalore Breweries. They were very active. They used to conduct some very good rides. I used to roll with them. Later, our very own this Bangalore
Bangalore is also started. Yes.
the group become very large. Yeah. And I started riding with them. I did many rides with them.
Many SRs.
300, 1000 plus rides. Around, I think, I don't remember, maybe 7 or 8 SRs I have done. Yeah, and couple of thousands, 1,200 rides.
So, in the midst of all this, I also have heard from somebody that you have also done this ride around Karnataka, that race around Karnataka, Raka they call it. So
Yeah.
when was that, and why did you do that?
Thing is that usually I work for Siemens company in the renewable energy. Usually the tendency is that we will get a holiday for this year in the December end for Christmas and New Year. There will be a complete shutdown of the company. I will get a yearly 8 days off. Off. During that time, I was looking.
What to do?
I was, just this ride come into my mind because I already crewed for the race around Karnataka. I was well knowing of the route because
I mean, Colonel
Srinivas Gokul.
Oh, you crewed for
I
that?
was the race official for that, and along with my good friends Monish, Pritish, the Srinivas, we designed that route for the specifically for
that particular
particular event.
Okay.
I was already well aware of the route and everything. I was so I to utilize that 8 days fully. I the last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought let me try what I will do sitting in home for 8 days. I just went. I covered around daily 250 to 300 kilometer, and I think around somewhere around 8 days.
You come.
Yeah, it is 2,200 something kilometers. Yeah.
So what you used to do? I mean, you after completing, say, for example, 250 kilometers. So where were you? You stay at a place or a friend's place. Did you plan all that, or you just went
No,
ahead?
no, I just went it. I
Mhm.
used to take it on my feet. I'm a very moody rider. Some days I can ride 300, 400. Some days only 100, 200 I can do it. But consistently I was able to ride somewhere around 250 to 300 kilometer during that 8 days to complete this ride. What I used to do is the first 2, 3 days I covered 300, 300.
Mhm.
And most of the time, out of 8 days, around 4 to 5 days, I stayed in my friend's places
Friends
itself.
place.
I heard because you go to this the northern part of Karnataka,
Yeah.
coastal belt,
Yeah.
Udupi, Mangalore.
Yeah.
These all there. I have very good cycling friends, the schoolmates, college mates, and all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, they before the event, I just informed them I might be there at your place so and so date.
Yeah.
You can expect me there, and
Mm.
yeah, I
That,
used to stay with them, their family
okay.
after
Okay.
the ride. And yeah,
Fantastic.
the thing is that I used to ride from morning 6 to evening, maybe 6 or 7 o'clock. I done the ride and stay at a friend place or some decent hotel. And yeah, that is how I
See,
manage this.
I've seen a couple of times. I think it was in Lepakshi where you and your gang of two friends were taking it lightly. So that was a rare occasion where you were riding with people like us. So in these long rides where you do it on your own, how do you keep yourself going? Because you don't have a Manish or Pritish like in a Breve or something. Maybe they are around you.
The ride which you particularly mentioned where we were riding slowly
Lepakshi, yeah.
because the Pritish was ill.
Oh, okay.
After I think around 150 200 kilometer, his health got deteriorated. He vomited
Yeah.
and everything happened. He, we were taking him and
Yeah.
we asked him to take some rest. We have a time and all. So we made him to rest and all. That is where we were at
Little
some
bit of
stage.
relax.
Yeah, yeah. And we met you and other
Other
riders
yeah.
at the
Around Lepakshi.
dinner
Yeah.
point.
Dinner point, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
After Lepakshi, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So,
Coming back to your second part of question, yeah, I like being my own company, means
okay.
riding alone and all. It's very not new thing, new thing for me because from last 10 to 12 years I'm riding. From the
Alone.
beginning itself, I used to ride alone, and I like being my company own, riding at my own pace, without worrying about the time, exploring,
And the
taking
fact,
photos, taking videos.
you too, yeah.
And
See, the fact that you mentioned at the beginning that you love cycling.
yeah,
So perhaps that's also kind of protects you and nurtures you to continue riding alone without having to look around for any company. But I also there is one thing, and before I there are a couple of international rides I want to talk about.
yeah.
But before that, I've seen your Insta posts. They are very informative. See, either some of them will write some poetry or some big stuff, or they'll just take a picture and send it off. But in each of your posts, I mean, I started following after PVP this year, where you very detail out that particular location, some interesting aspects of that place. Why do you do that?
The thing is that I do this anywhere if I want to plan some rides or something right before going or after coming the ride, before posting any these kind of posts into either Facebook or Instagram, I usually read, go to Wikipedia or particular site about that place. I will read for what purpose it is famous, how it is built,
Okay.
what is the history behind that, and usually that is a tendency. Otherwise, what will happen? You will just try, take pictures, videos, and post it, and you forget it. You will not be knowing what is the history behind that, how that place come into place. Like if you take up some ports or hill station, what is the purpose? Means how that port has come there, who was the ruler, or some there might be some history behind that. I'm more interested into this history, geography, or knowing things So usually either going to that place before the ride or after the ride, I will go through these details. If I find it is very interesting, I some few lines I write about that place and post it to social media. It will make aware to other riders or other tourists,
Yes,
the
yes.
enthusiasts. They can go there.
They can go, absolutely. That's why I found it very interesting. So now come, I mean, this is something that I'm itching to ask you. You have Isan, two PVPs, LEL, and each of them, I'm sure you put in tremendous effort,
Yeah.
but it does not look like that when you see the result. You are, I think what LEL was 108 hours, 110 hours, whatever, somewhere, somewhere around that. Because I remember that number. I was saying, this guy he just casually strolled across. The other one is even the PVP. You did what, 70 plus?
Yeah, 71 hours.
Something,
Some
something,
couple of
something.
minutes. Yes.
So how do you prepare for this? I know you've got 11 years of experience. You are naturally coming from a rural background. You have been worked, and there's a natural strength that comes in. I understand that.
Yeah.
But for these kind of events, I mean, somebody doing a 1200 kilometer in 70 hours, some effort must have gone in. What did you do? Some secret you have to tell us.
If you take about my cycling background, it's been almost 11, 12 years
Yes,
to
yes.
that. I have put so many kilometers on cycle.
Mm.
I know my body very well.
Mhm.
When I need to take rest or when I need what kind of food my body can adapt.
Mhm.
When to take when my body needs rest and how good about me handling the bicycle
Yes,
or
okay.
fixing the punctures
Mm.
or any chain breakout, fixing it. I know
Mm.
very well about the bike and also myself.
Mm.
I know how to fix if something
Yes.
goes wrong in the bike.
Yes.
And also I know how my
Your body also
that helps me to plan my rides
Mhm.
and have a good the timing.
So,
and
so 2019 PVP, how many hours you did?
I took couple of little over 1 hour or 1.5 hour more time than the stipulated 90 hours. Somewhere around 91 point.
Exactly. So from 91, say 90 for example, from 90 to 70, almost you shaved off some 20, 30%.
Hours, I can say.
Shaved off. So what do you do?
Yeah, many aspects gone into that
Hmm.
to have that much good timing.
Yeah.
It's not that I thing is that in 2019 what happened, it was my first international cycling event for me. I was not well aware of the climatic conditions, roads, what kind of efforts it
Needed.
takes to ride.
Yes.
I was not very well prepared for the cycling gears or the thermal wears and all. I little felt that I took it very casual, means very normal, right? How I used to get prepared for the Indian conditions. I took it very lightly and went there. And another thing is that just before going to this ride, means I was means my I with the dengue,
Okay, okay.
I was
Okay, okay.
hospitalized for 2 3 days, and some kind of
Hmm.
my health was not in good
Best
condition.
of the
But thing is that I already booked my flight, registered for the event. I don't wanted to miss it because I registered with my other good friends and all.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, preparation wise, I was not up to the mark. Not the riding the distance. I can say taking care about the climatic conditions.
Yes, absolutely.
And
It's a different
the food.
food.
I was expecting I might get a very good food over there. I'm a poor vegetarian.
Yeah.
Only means I'm very strict about it.
Yeah.
And maybe this is where it is restricting me that I might lose more time searching a veg food or being a vegetarian because when you go to European countries or anywhere outside India, finding a pure vegetarian food during the ride, it is very difficult. Off the ride, you might find some good restaurants and all. But on the road, quick access is a problem. That forces me to go to eat only vegetables or soups or bakery items, biscuits, some energy bars and all. With that, you won't get a good energy to ride because if you eat with some vegetables or fruits, what will happen? You will ride 20 30 kilometers. Again, you will feel hungry to keep your body heat or get energy to ride into those the climatic conditions. That makes very difficult. But that with that experience, 2019, when I recently went, I was knowing what to expect from the ride. Means I was well aware of that. I won't get the
Food there.
food
Yeah,
in
yeah.
abundant quantity in the waste.
The way you
Waste
want.
very limited options I will have. So that I carried some energy bars, yoga bars, and also uh, yeah, these things.
So how much are you into this the supplements? Do you carry that? Because with this kind of a situation where you don't have access to the kind of food that you want or you are normally habituated to, so how are you not just in PvP, anywhere out, what is your suggestion for people who are vegetarian? What do they do?
I don't try anything new during the ride. Usually, I go for the food which takes very less time to prepare, like maybe dal khichdi, the curd rice, or readily means that is because of time constraint. So they can serve us in very quick time. Those foods only I will eat, maybe a vegetarian thali, this kind of nothing new I try during the rides and all. Yeah, which I am regularly take such foods only I will take. Otherwise, I am never into taking gels or some kind of supplements or energy. Nothing I won't try much. I drink a plain water and the normal food which I get on the way itself. I don't carry much the supplements or nothing. I keep it very simple because cycling is a very the simple activity anybody can do, and cycling cycle is a very simple mechanical device. Anybody can ride it without having any skills.
Yeah.
So that is how I take it because my the kind of rides I do that won't require much
Too much
effort means expertise into that. Means with a normal food what is available,
you can
the normal effort I put and I ride and I keep it very simple my rides.
So,
Maybe when I think about racing or some kind of
you can.
competitive way, you have to do all kind of research like
What kind of condition to have?
you don't know. You have to plan your nutrition, diet, many things. But the kind of ride I do, that mostly a touring, long distance, breways and all, will have sufficient time. You can have a leisure ride. You will have luxury of taking rest, eating food, sitting,
Yeah.
recovering, resting, right kind of things. So I never gone into other aspect like this nutrition part or gels kind of thing. Yeah.
Raj, I mean, this journey is no less inspirational, but
Yeah.
I also have learned one more thing is you also speak to, I've seen one post.
Okay.
I'm not able to recollect, but I've seen one post where you are addressing students from, I think, hopefully,
Yeah.
or your school, village school. I think your school,
Yeah.
where they felicitated you and you also spoke. So, do you also do some motivational talk to students or kind of mentor them? Is that something that you have done or you do?
As I already informed you, I come from a rural background. I studied in this kind of Kannada medium school at the border. There hardly you will get to explore anything because of the library facilities or the internet facilities will not be up to that mark. And especially these students in the high school or the 10 plus 2 and all, they will not be knowing that what to do after when they get past 10th class or 12th class. I usually go into my go to school, college during my free time, usually on the Saturdays or the weekends. I tell them that if you want to go into science or arts or commerce kind of, if you choose these fields, what you can do, what all opportunities it can bring to you. Such kind of information I usually give to the kids and all. And also I tell them about the importance of the sports, how physically and mentally it can help you to grow. These kind of very small information usually I spread to the school and the college going students. Yeah.
Fantastic, Raj. I mean, this journey from cycling to swimming to running, and the way you conduct your life is an absolute inspiration. I really enjoyed this time with you, and I hope you too did. I mean,
Yeah. Thanks for giving
thank
me
you.
this platform to share my experience. Yeah.
Absolutely, this is our
I
pleasure.
would like to
Absolutely.
thank the whole Velocopy team.
Thank you.
You guys are really fantastic. It takes a lot of effort to arrange these kind of things or maintain a website,
Yes, sir.
posting these social media and engaging,
Yeah, the cycling
conducting the events,
Yes.
yeah, engaging the whole cycling community active, uh, training newbies and all. It takes a lot of efforts and times, but you guys are really
Thank you.
good into handling these kind of things.
Thank
You
you.
continue it.
Thank you.
Let more people come into cycling,
Absolutely.
get healthier and physical and mentally. Yeah, everyone should be
I mean, with
happy.
people like you, cyclists like you to inspire, I think I'm sure there'll be a lot of people to join.
Yeah,
Thanks, Ryan. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sai.
Thank
Nice
you.
meeting you.
Bye.